All right, my people, now we're going to go into solving some triangles. So this is the part of trigonometry that you have already worked through. So just a reminder, so how we can solve sides of triangles. It has so many uses in architecture and measuring heights of things that are just too big to drop a tape measure down the Grand Canyon. But we can use tools to figure out how tall things are. Or way back in the day, sailors would be able to see how far away they were from lighthouses by using a simple tool that worked with angles and triangles. And so all sorts of really good stuff. So what you need to remember is your SOHCAHTOA. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cosine adjacent over hypotenuse, tangent opposite over adjacent. All right, let's do some problems. Oh goodness, now I'm going to move it over so I can actually get to the next slide. Okay, so I got my SOHCAHTOA written down on the side. I highly recommend that. Okay, this one says find the value of x, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I'm trying to find this, and I know that is opposite of the 64 degrees. So what do I use? Opposite, and I have the hypotenuse. So opposite hypotenuse, sine. So I'm going to write sine of 64 degrees equals x over 25. Okay, now I got a new computer, so I don't have my TI-84 app on here yet, so I just had to go to the Desmos folder. I would highly recommend you do not want to use your iPhone calculator on this because you have to like type stuff in backwards and it's a pain. So you want a real TI-84-ish type calculator. You could just have like your 6th grade calculator as well, but you want a real calculator. Okay, that said, let's go here. So I want sine of 64. Also, make sure that you're in degrees, especially like ACT's coming up. Your calculator is automatically in radians, and you don't know what that is yet. You will within 2 weeks, but right now you don't. So go to mode and make sure that you're in degrees. Oops. Okay, do you think I'm in degrees? I don't know. We'll see if I get a weird answer. Okay, so now I would do, see how the 25 is on the bottom? How do you undo divided by 25? Times 25. I'm going to type in the 25 first. Okay, so 25 sine 64. Close that down. Enter. 22. Okay, does 22.46947 make sense? It does. Okay, what does this say? Round to the nearest tenth. Okay, we're just going to go with the nearest tenth. When you get to calc, you're going to round longer. You're going to always go to 3 or 4 spots. But right now, we'll just go to the nearest tenth. So we get x equals 22.5. Okay, I think you're going to love these as long as you figure out which thing are you using. Okay, this one. I want opposite is there. Oh, and adjacent. How do I know that? I know this is your hypotenuse. So opposite over adjacent. That means tangent. So the tangent of 47 equals opposite over adjacent. Okay. So I come over here and I just go 12 times tangent of, what was it, 47? Whew! 12.9. Oh my gosh, is this not amazing? So x equals 12.9. Okay, next. That's 18 degrees, and I want the adjacent, and I have the hypotenuse. So adjacent hypotenuse, so I want cosine of 18 equals x over, I don't know, I kind of wrote on that, 34. Okay, so the 34 cosine 18. 32.3. Isn't this amazing? Oh, amazing. 32.3. Okay, this one. Ugh. Okay, so let's see. Opposite, adjacent, opposite over adjacent, tangent. Literally, some of you are thinker out louders. Think these out loud. It will help you. Okay, so equals 9 over x. Okay, there's a problem here. So the x is in the bottom, which really means I have to multiply the x up to the tangent of 35 and then divide. So on this one, I actually end up doing 9 divided by tangent of 35. Okay, so spend a second to figure out, okay, why does this end up being a division problem? And if you don't see it, make sure to stop and figure out why, because I multiply the x up and then I divide by tangent of 35. So 9 divided by tangent of 35 makes 12.9. Okay, and then think, does that make sense? I think it does make sense because 35 is a smaller angle than this opposite one. Now, the other thing I could have done, I know that this is 90 and that's 35, so let's see, the other angle has to be 55 because 55 plus 35 makes 90. Okay, so if I wanted to, I could have done tangent of 55 equals x over 9. But if that doesn't make sense to you, don't use that method, because then it would have been a times problem. Okay, this one. Opposite is 27 over hypotenuse. Okay, so opposite hypotenuse, sine of 63 equals 27 over x. So this becomes a division problem, 27 divided by sine of 63. If you don't like that, you could do the cosine of 27 degrees. And then you would have cosine of 27 degrees, because 27 plus 63 makes 90, equals 27 over x. Now, that wouldn't have helped. Wait. Yeah, either way, you're kind of out of luck on this one. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Anyway, point of the question is 27 divided by sine 63. 30.3. Last one. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse. Cosine. Cosine of 30. Oh, it's going to be like a square root of 3. But on this one, I just get to find it out. I don't have to use my special rules. So cosine of 30 equals 18 over x. So I do 18 divided by cosine of 30. 18 divided by cosine of 30 equals 20.8. That was fun and super useful.